Okay, first take. I'm just gonna riff on you guys and just sort of go through my thought process. Exactly, not really planning this out. Like I usually do. I'm just gonna walk you through exactly where we're at. Obviously, we're going to start on the high time frames. Um, you may remember from previous updates, we're marking out these regions here. We've got a clear daily supply zone here. Sorry, demand. I always get those mixed up. Excuse me and my dyslexia. But you can see we also mentioned this zero point 0.5 because we're looking at this larger sort of macro range or swing range. So you can see now we have tapped into that zero point 0.5. We've got like a perfect bounce. So that kind of validates what I was saying. You are in this daily demand now. You did take out that liquidity yesterday, so we go down to the 4 hour. You can see that you did get that little liquidity grab there, and then you got that move up, but then you proceeded to move back down. That was taking out these lows right here. You know, yesterday was probably some fundamental reason it was running down. I was a bit too busy with my business, so I wasn't really trading yesterday. And when we were talking about this range here, we would yesterday I was kind of like really, not really seeing much, and it was quite scruffy, so I just didn't really want to be in the trade that much, or I didn't want to be looking for opportunities because I felt that price. Well, my bias was to be moving back up because obviously we've got this. Where is it? Has it gone? There it is. We've got this swing range that we were working in. We had that bounce. We had some internal levels broken, and my bias was to be continuing that up towards this zero point 0.5 where I was looking for big shorts. We didn't get that. Obviously, we turned around and carried on, and that's okay. This is our lower high. It's our lower high because we broke this low here. We had a confirmed breaker structure. So our swing range effectively just gets extended now. So this is now. So, we were looking at this as our potential swing range for that pullback, but the pullback clearly wants to carry on. So we're still forming this next leg. This could potentially be our next indication that that leg is about to start, and we will be entering into these levels again. Although this time, if we do start moving up, I'd be a lot more hesitant to short. Considering where we've now dropped down to. So if you look at this old range that we were just in for a little bit, that's now turned into a daily supply zone. See that nice big OB there. If we come up to there, you would expect a reaction, but you'd have to wait and let the market show you and give you your confirmation. So you're probably going to have to wait for the 4 hour to show you now whether this is about to shift down or we are just going to continue that move up. So it could look something like this where we move up on over the next couple of days, weeks, etc. We come up into this level, we break that internal low, we get that IBOS, internal breaker structure, and we come back up, and then we retest some nice area of supply, and then we can look to maybe short that back down if the trend is to go deeper. We may not get that, so you've just got to wait for these confirmations now and just be on a higher time frame. Yesterday was very tricky unless you were just blindly shorting, really, but now that we have hit these regions, I'm very much interested in grabbing along again. You've got this gap below with the liquidity there. You've also got this demand zone here. With the 4 hour inside, so again, very much of interest to me. Interestingly enough, if you go down to these lower time frames, you'll see sorry, my filing system is a complete and utter mess. So when we did move up, we hit a T-block exactly on that liquidity grab. Now, hindsight is telling me that really should have been a clear and obvious short, and that we haven't really broken any significant structure here. We've rejected off this internal high, and we've hit that supply zone there. You can see that as a 1 hour zone. you know, we haven't taken that out. And then what's happened since then? Still not broken it. We've then come up red, then come up, taken liquidity. So that was our sign there that this is, you know, a decent chance for looking for shorts. My bad, weren't really looking at that at the time. I had more of a bias towards the upside. You know, we all make mistakes. It's all good. Now we have hit that 50% mark of this larger range, of this larger swing range. You can see that is a nice reaction there. So what we'll be looking for next. You know, we've got a nice demand zone here at the extreme, right there. You know, that is also the level that we were looking at. So if we look at this here as a potential intraday level to look for longs, we've got a clear invalidation there. So if you look at that, excuse me, look at that, the 15-minute level, if we do drop into there, let's put an alert on. What are we looking at? We're looking at potential pullback here. It's the region we're looking at. You can see that will be in the... Oh, that's my 20-minute focus done. I'll carry on. We'll be looking for a drop into there. You can also see there's a 5-minute right there. Extreme. That may be protected because we did have that sort of liquidity grab or that sort of drop. There we go. Let's make that pink. Stick to the color schemes. You can see that we are breaking down slightly. There is a fractal breaker structure, or we look at it at the 1 minute. You know, you're looking at this sort of demand zone, supply zone. There we go again. Look at that little range there that is now rejected. Let's make that purple. So what would be nice today if we could potentially start seeing this move down, take out this little low here. Be nice. That's around the 50% mark. Sorry, I'm trying to be quick. Made a liquidity one, didn't I? No, I didn't. Let's have... Okay, let's have that there. Let's have that there. Let's put another one on that. Okay, so ideal situation for me today is I'm going to be looking at these zones. That's probably a little shallow, but you know, could see a reaction. I want to be seeing this today. I want to see a little move down, break down these lows, come into these levels here, potentially go as deep as here, and then looking for that internal breaker structure. That's going to be our signal, that's going to be our confirmation, and then we've got a simple risk to reward trade right there. That is the ideal situation. Then where we're going to be targeting, we're going to be targeting these regions up here. Ideally we'll be looking up to, oh, that's a bit too zoomed out. Yeah, there's a big RR on this. The first place I'll probably look for is it gone? 26. Yeah, you've got daily open there. That'll give you a 13R, ideal. But then you've also got the settlement up here. So that's settlement. If you look at the trading hours, that is where price closed at. So there's a good chance we go and fill this gap here. If you do, you've potentially got a 33R trade right there. I think you should definitely be looking for longs in this situation. Potentially even larger swing longs, because obviously I've mentioned that we have got that higher time frame context. Now we've ran into this larger area of demand, and yeah, I think that is potentially a very, very nice trade for us today. Let's go back to ETH. That is potentially a very, very tasty trade to be taken. We could run that up to daily open. Obviously, could take profits when you get to there. If we get to there, you know, if you get to these regions, definitely be looking for longs. This is sort of your alert. Definitely have your alert in these zones here. So this is the key area for us today. That is 4178, and that's the ES. Okay, done.